Hey ladies, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today I am doing what I think is one of the most beautiful hairstyles, a roller set. I'm using these jumbo 1.5-inch rollers that I purchased from my beauty supply store. You get 6 rollers in a pack and each pack was $1.99. To set my hair in place, I'm using Alikay Naturals Lemongrass Foaming Mousse, which smells amazing, and I already had this at home. Now, who remembers the beauty parlor? No, not the salon, not the shop, as they're referred to in current times. I'm talking about the beauty parlor from back in the day. I don't know about you, but I sure do remember the beauty parlor. We'll talk about that more in just a little bit. So I'm trying my best to duplicate the parting and the application of the rollers just like I used to see the beauticians do it in the beauty parlor back in the day. So basically, I'll put my rollers at the top of my head, well, in the front, going all the way back. I'm putting those in sort of a mohawk fashion, and those rollers will go straight back all the way to my nape. I've seen the rollers on the sides, or I should say I've seen people roll their hair on the sides in various ways, so I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. You can roll your hair up on the sides, you can roll it down, or just roll it back. I don't think you can really put them in wrong. What you're aiming for is just to get your hair nice and sleek on the roller, and we're going to get those curls at the very end. Now each section of hair should be the same width as the roller. So basically you don't want hair spilling off the side of your roller. If you don't get it right the first time, don't worry, just do your best and then try again next time. Even with me doing roller sets for a long time, and I think I know what I'm doing, sometimes I still have a little bit of hair hanging off the edge, so don't worry about it. I recommend that for a roller set, you must use a hooded dryer, and depending on the length of your hair, if you have longer hair, you will have to sit under the dryer for a longer time because all that hair needs to dry. I do not recommend trying to let your roller set air dry because number one, these rollers are not comfortable to sleep in, and plus just trying to air dry, could take days. So invest in a hooded dryer. I think hooded dryers are a great investment. You want to make sure as you are taking your rollers down that your hair is 100% dry. If your curls are limp or they feel damp, just turn that dryer back on and get back under there. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the beauty parlor. I loved going to the beauty parlor. My mother would take me and my middle sister, and my mother too. We go to the beauty parlor probably like every 2 weeks. That was like the standard, I think. And I just loved seeing the beauticians truly work their magic on their clients' hair. Back then, they called them perms, but actually they were relaxers, getting their hair straight. My little eyes would just be glued to what I was seeing. I was just fascinated at everything that was going on. Now some women got their hair straightened with those, if they weren't getting a perm, they got their hair straightened with those Marcel irons or the Marcel straightening comb, and I was just in awe. I do remember at one point we were going to a male beautician, and I remember how he pulled that Marcel iron out of the oven and like twirl it around in the air, I think just to get some of the heat off, and then he put that iron on a white hand towel to see if it was too hot. If it was too hot, the iron would turn the hand towel brown or black. That means it would burn your hair. And back then the appliances didn't have temperature gauges. This was just pure talent and experience, and I was there for it. And then, okay, let me know if you remember this. When the beauticians finished styling their client, they sprayed finishing all over their hair. Remember finishing in the red spray can? Drop me a comment if you remember that. And then along came Isoplus Sheen Spray. I think that came a little bit after the finishing. But when I tell you, for me, those were the good old days. I just loved it. And you know, as I think about it, what I really, really loved a whole lot was listening to the conversations. Back then, adults respected the presence of young ears like mine. And I was probably a tween at the time when I was going with my mother to the beauty parlor. But there was no cursing. There was just no loud, nasty talking about people. They were professionals, and I remember the professionalism of these beauticians. As I got older, I branched off to different beauty parlors. I'd go with my BFF. We'd go after school or on the weekend, and we just have a good old time. And I miss those days so much. I tell you what, I'll hush now while you enjoy the tutorial. And friends, I'll be honest with you, this wasn't one of my best roller sets. It's been a while since I've done one, and I think I was a little bit rusty. But that just means I'll be doing a few more until I get it right again. So please continue to watch, and I hope you enjoy.